Voice now. Right now. Hear me now? There we go, we're good. Okay, good. Oh, so that bongonzo.youtube, that's actually just a spam. That's an account that I use. It's still I think we gotta last let's go from Calixif. Oh, so we're all good. That bongonzo.youtube is it's run by me, but anyway, doesn't really matter. Okay, good. So I'm gonna open up Cakewalk. I'm actually using a new I'm not using OBS anymore. I'm using this program called Streamlabs. So and I got the program like a couple hours ago because I was trying to set up something with this like Stream Deck thing. Like apparently there's an app on your phone that you can like control OBS using your phone. And I thought that'd be really helpful, but like I can't figure out how to use it. So I'll be figuring that out this week or so. Well, I'm not gonna be able to finish it most of this week because I'm going out of town on Tuesday. But anyway, opening up Cakewalk right now. Okie dokie. Yeah, I knew you said, even on last stream you said let's go on 2 accounts, but whatever, let's get going. I need to just set up my audio so I can hear it and you can hear it, and then I'll show you my screen. Okay, we should be good. So this is what Streamlabs looks like actually. It's quite a bit more going on. Kind of interesting. Anyway, let me just make sure that that you can see me and all that stuff. It seems to be. There we go. Okay, so I'm looking at my phone on the side to look at the chat. So hopefully we all have like an up-to-date chat and it's like fast and all that stuff. Okay, so what kind of beat are we gonna do first? The very last beat of the last stream was a really hard like orchestral kind of thing. It was really crazy. I'm gonna look for some one shots. Everything is fine. Okay. By the way, I don't know if you guys care, but I moved my keyboard right next to my computer. Do something weird. Okay. What defines you guys as weird? Okay, so I'm gonna go through my plugins and find the 3 worst VSTs I have. Got it. Okay. I could use this Aux FM synth. It's just weird. I've only used it a couple times. Hear that well? It's really, really quiet on my end. Negative 20 dB. I'm not a huge fan of these sounds. I don't even know why I still have the plugin. I should have gotten like it uninstalled or something, but I find presets. Let's find a clavinet. Pretty bad. That's a pretty cheap sounding sound, but maybe I can actually do something cool with that one. Do a scale. Should I do a classic harmonic minor, or should I change something up? Those are really interesting ideas. Let's see. If you want to send in a Peppa Pig episode, I will flip that in the stream. But I'll do. I think what I want to do actually in the stream is I don't want to arrange the whole entire beat, even though it is fun to arrange the whole entire beat. It's not as interesting for the viewers and stuff like that. Like, it's more interesting to make the loop, vibe with the loop, maybe just arrange like the drop, the verse, and the intro, and then just be done with it. I'd rather make 3 beats in a stream than 2 beats. A couple weeks ago, I flipped a song from My Little Pony. It was actually a pretty. I only said I'm gonna give myself 30 minutes to make this entire song, and the song came out interesting. It was about a minute long song. I flipped a really happy kind of song into like a really spooky thing. It's actually kind of crazy, but I didn't really mix it or anything. I just want to throw it away, but at the end, but. Pitch it down, see if we can do. Yeah, I don't really know how to use this plugin. Is there like an attack, decay, sustain, release in here? Yeah. Should I choose something even worse than this? Try to choose something a little bit less. So many basses in here. I'm gonna use this sound, even though it's not actually that bad of a sound. I'm gonna pitch it up, and then I'm gonna use some shaper box on it to see if we can do something weird. Yeah, so the idea is I'm gonna choose the 3 worst VSTs I have on my computer, and I'm going to try to make a beat out of them. So this first one is called Aux FM Synth 1, and I really just haven't used it very much. The sounds in here are pretty. A couple of them are good, most of them are bad, but I found this sound, and I'm gonna try to do something weird with it. I found this really cool preset in Shaperbox. It's actually called Trap. Find it here. It's actually crazy. Yeah, you can definitely sound pro with a VST. In fact, I was mixing a beat this morning where I only used free VSTs in the entire beat, and it sounded just as good as on my other ones. It's really about how you use the plugins. That's pretty crazy. Hey! I think Shaperbox is like 150. Okay, so now let's choose a new. Oh, great. I mean, we could. Oh wait, never mind. Let's just choose a new VST. Oh, the piano that's built into Cakewalk is pretty trash. SI electric piano. Listen to this thing. I mean, really, it's not. It sounds like an electric keyboard, you know, but it's not. It's not like made to sound like horrible, but. Yeah, I've heard bad things about LMNS, but I have a couple friends who actually use LMNS, like friends in real life. And they don't. So on the internet, I've heard horrible things about LMNS, but in real life, I have friends who actually do use LMNS, and they say that it's actually not that bad. So I don't really know what to think. The reason I didn't choose at the beginning was you can't record audio into LMNS, and there are a couple other like really strange limitations. That's like, why wouldn't you be able to do this? Like it doesn't support any WAV files. It only supports MP3 files, which is strange. Like it's like so many like basic things that it just doesn't include. So I don't ever plan on even looking at it. Like the fact that you can't record audio just makes it unusable for me. Anyway, Realm is a reverb plugin. Really for the, I mean, all power to you. If you want to make good beats on LMS, you can make good beats on LMS. Like, it's just practice. It's just how you use it. Yeah. Realm reverb is way better than LMS in my opinion. Basically, I got Realm reverb as they were giving it away for free during Christmas time last year, and I picked it up, and it's like it's a game changer. I actually don't want to go back to any other reverb. Now, at the end of the day, like no one's really gonna care what reverb you use. Like there are a couple of really bad ones, but most of the time they're all basically the same. It's just that which one's the easiest for you to get the good results. Like you could take basically any reverb and just try to affect it and then make it sound good. But like for example, reverb is good. I used it a couple times, but with round reverb, it sounds really, really digital, which is what I like. And you can immediately slap it on. It sounds good, you know? Yeah. LMS does kind of look like FL Studio without a whole bunch of great features. Free plugins I found. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take all these notes and I'm gonna extend them. They kind of legato together. There's also this Valhalla Supermassive. It's a free reverb plugin that I like a lot. It's the thing about it is that it's really, really easy. It's really easy to make good soundscapes and textures out of it. It's not really as straightforward as a normal reverb plugin is, but it has some weird delay kind of stuff in it built in, so it's really crazy. If you're looking for just normal reverb, I wouldn't recommend Valhalla Supermassive. But if you're looking for something really interesting that can give you some good textures, it's really good for that. I definitely wouldn't switch to Pro Tools. If I was ever going to switch, I'd switch to FL Studio. But I have no intention of switching. Convolution reverb is a really good free it's a really good free reverb that just has like everything in it. Like you can get most just any sound you want, but there's a whole bunch of different sounds you can go for really. Okay, let's get a new plugin in. M Convolution is definitely a good one. Check out that one for sure if you're looking for reverb. This Odin 2 plugin, I've only used it a couple. Actually, I don't even know why I got it. So someone in my Discord like DM'd me and said that you should try this Odin 2 plugin. It's good for basses, but I never actually used it. I just downloaded it and never touched it. Are there any presets in here? Oh great, I'm gonna have to make a sound of my own. There's no presets to come with it. I'll figure this out. I don't really know how much is actually happening. Where do you blend oscillators in here? I do not know how to use this thing. Okay. Thank you, MD. I'm not switching anytime soon. Give me like 2 more years on here. Thanks, Quickseef. I don't recommend. Cindy, nice. Okay, I don't understand how to use that plugin, but the sound is all right. I'll figure out how to use it. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna chop this thing into a whole bunch of little notes, and then I'm gonna use velocity automation to make the velocity louder and louder. I usually know how to use plugins, how to use oscillators and stuff like that. Then I'll just duplicate these over. Okay, so here's how it works. If you have a note that you want to copy, like let's say I want to copy these 2 chords, you select both the chords, and like whatever your ruler is selecting up here, like the green little selection thing, that's what it's going to copy. If you hit Command D, it copies like that. Oftentimes I'll also hold Control and drag. But yeah, it's easier to hit Command D to copy it over. And I learned that from someone on the live stream. Someone just told me at the beginning of the live stream, probably. Someone just told me it, but I don't remember who said it. RC20 is a plugin by I don't know who made the plugin, but basically it's supposed to emulate old it's supposed to emulate old kind of sounds using like pitch wobble, some compressor stuff in it. There's also there's pitch wobble, compressors, reverbs in there. It just kind of make it sound like more vintage, if you know what I mean. That's what it's also supposed to do. And you can there are definitely some like plugins out there that you can make like to emulate the same effect, free plugins and stuff like that. But no doubt what was I saying? No doubt RC20 is a very popular plugin. That is, I don't know how expensive it is. I never actually I think it's $80. We were talking about RC20 in the last stream, and I think someone mentioned it was $80. Mixing really has nothing to do with Shaperbox. Shaperbox is really just for kind of cool effects. If you're looking for effect plugins, I can tell you that, but if you're looking for mixing plugins, they're very different things. Yeah, we can collab. Email me at bongonzoyt@gmail.com. We'll maybe set something up. Yep, it was Troop Ghoul. That's it. Okay, that's kind of cool. What if we pitch all these sounds down using the audio like pitch down, so we're not pitching down the MIDI, pitching down the actual audio. So if you want some good free plugins, oh, I can't actually show you because this audio is processing. Actually, I'm just gonna say that's my question. When is the next beat competition? Very soon. I'm planning on announcing the beat competition in my studio tour video, and I think and that's gonna come out probably next week. So that's when I'm gonna be announcing it. I'm not exactly sure on the specifics of the competition because I haven't even like gone down to record that video. Yeah, the pro channel is the best place to find good stuff. In the pro channel, you got a good saturation knob. They have good tape emulator. I use that on mastering for sure. They also, I like this plugin in the like a default plugin from Cakewalk called PX Percussion Strip, whatever. And it's actually kind of a hidden plugin, so it might be kind of hard to find, but you can get it. It has a whole bunch of like transient shapers, compressors, equalizers. Hey DJ Goldman. What will it be like? What will we have to do? I'm actually not sure yet. I'm planning on somehow having the final beat being featured on my next album, because I got a comment in that on my last video, or maybe in my description, or like my Discord, but I thought that was a cool idea. But we'll just have to see. I haven't actually really thought much about it, even though I'm gonna have to record that video maybe even today. Okay, I'm gonna have to turn up my speakers. I had to turn up my speakers because we're going to a wedding the rest of this week, so I'm actually leaving out of town tomorrow. But anyway. But my mom is playing piano at that wedding, so she's practicing piano right now, and I can hear her very well, very loudly in my room right now. So I have to turn up my speakers in order to hear the speakers at all. Anyway, maybe you could send us a one shot, and then we have to set the whole melody for that beat. Yeah, I think there is melody. There is panning on this. Yeah, thanks Peter. Definitely the subscribers have been going up for sure. I'm not really sure. I'll have to come up with something tonight. Okay, there's too much low end in this sample, so I'm gonna pitch it up like 4. So do you need more plugins, Clixie, or should I tell you some plugins? After I'm done with later in this beat, I'm gonna show you this other plugin I got yesterday, and it was recommended to me in this other video by In the Mix, the YouTube channel In the Mix. They had a free plugins video, and they showed off this really good compressor / equalizer, and it's really, really awesome. That's interesting. You changed my sample to a hi-hat. Should I make it so I have like, I send in like 7 different samples, and you just have to make you have to use your beat using one of the samples. Like I give them options for samples instead of just the one sample that I make for everyone to use. That could be interesting. Like I give them like 3 different samples to use. It's really bad that I can't really hear this beat. All the piano downstairs. Okay. Hi Bonzo, can you make a video on how to start out making music on Cakewalk? I have no experience with it. I have always used Audacity to make music remixes, but now I'm trying to make music on Cakewalk. Okay, what exactly are you thinking about? Because I have a tutorial that I posted last week about how to use Cakewalk, but are you looking about how to make beats in Cakewalk? Because then in my how to make beats, more or less I'm just making the beat and I want you guys to learn from me. And that's how I always learn. So I just kind of assume that everyone learns that way, I guess, or that everyone wants to learn that way. But I've been reading you guys' comments and you guys really want to hear like a legit tutorial. And I really don't make legit tutorials very often. But because making a beat doesn't really seem like something you can just teach someone how to do. Making a beat is like showing you strategies and then use the rest of your creativity to fill in the blanks. That's what I feel like making a beat usually is, but people seem to be really wanting tutorials. So I might have to figure something out. Like, to be honest, I have videos on how to make melodies, I have videos on how to make drum patterns, I have videos on almost every individual topic. Because I can give you strategy on each individual thing, but there's so much creativity involved in making a beat that I can't just say like, okay, place these 3 notes here, because it's just like there's so many different elements to making a beat. Okay, I want to show you guys the most amazing thing you've ever seen. I want to show you the most amazing thing I've ever seen. And I'm going to be making a video about this soon, but I found out that you can actually do glide feature inside of Complete Control. What you do is you hit this little settings button here, change it from polyphonic to legato, and then turn up the glide number a little bit. And then from that point on, you can do gliding features in Cakewalk, in Complete Control, which basically means that I have absolutely no reason for using Grace Sampler. Yeah, I thought so too. I mean, obviously I didn't sound good at making beats for a really long time. And in fact, I don't necessarily, and I'm not crazy proud of the beats I'm making today. Like, I'm proud of them because I know where I started and where I am now, but I'm not planning on doing any like paid promotion on these beats, because I know that in 6 months from now, I'm going to be cringing at the stuff I'm making right now. It's just a part of the game. You always get better. And it's good that, and it's good to be confident in your stuff. Because that makes you want to be like back it up a bit more. How do you slice the notes? Yeah, you hit Alt and click. So if the note is like this long and you want to slice it, you hold Alt and you click in the middle. And it makes like a little scissors kind of icon. Yeah, I can make a tutorial on the arpeggiator. I'm also thinking about doing a tutorial on the cow features. I can't actually show it to you right now because I have all of the MIDIs already done. But maybe I'll show in the next beat I'm making in the stream. Because the cow features are crazy overpowered. And it's been like 6 months since I used them. Like in the very first week of using Cakewalk, like I was like super hyped over them. And then I just kind of forgot about them because I didn't think they were necessary. These 808s are hitting too much. Yeah, I started this beat on making a beat out of the worst VSTs I have. That's why I chose these 3 melody sounds. But really, it's kind of an ambient beat right now. I can't open some projects in Cakewalk because it crashes. I'm not exactly sure what to do about that. Oh, by the way, I'm gonna write down using arpeggiator tutorial or something. I always have this paper on my desk because when I'm reading your guys' comments, you guys give me so many ideas for new videos. Even if you're not asking for a video, just the way that you like talk about things makes me understand what you guys want and don't want. Yeah, I think I know why that echo is. You guys hear my audio? Oh yeah. Confused with this program. Basically the problem is that my speakers are really loud right now, which means that the audio comes out of my speakers and into my microphone. I don't know. I love using headphones. I mean, I love using speakers, but every once in a while it makes it very hard to edit videos because all of a sudden the audio gets like unusable. Yeah, yesterday I was at 3.2k subs. It's crazy. You're about to be big. Thanks, dude. Also, I am hopeless with setting my plugins folder. Maybe I'll do a video on that, but I also have the video called How to Pitch 808s and Hi-hats in Cakewalk BandLab. That video teaches you how to install plugins. The fact that you already have a plugins folder means you probably understand how to you understand how to do it. So maybe that video will help for you, maybe it won't be. But anyway, yeah, there's an arpeggio. Basically what you gotta do is you gotta go in your audio effects, like here, like you have your reverbs, your delays, your other plugins in here. Basically there's like 4 tabs here. The second tab is called MIDI effects. And if you drag this arpeggiator onto one of your MIDI clips, then it opens up this thing, and it's not gonna sound good because it's on my clap right now, but maybe. Hey, that's kind of cool. That's actually kind of cool. Hey, that's actually kind of cool. See how it looks. That's the weirdest thing I've ever seen. And what if I make these ones lower in velocity? That's the weirdest cool thing I've ever done. New Bongonzo reviews his secrets. Put an arpeggiator on the clap. Okay. I don't know about Cakewalk, but Complete Control does have one. What's the question? Yeah, Cakewalk has one. I just showed it to you. I didn't know Complete Control has one there in there though. My studio headphone, my studio speakers aren't huge. I have a link to them in the description. I don't really know much about the stats and stuff like that. I think they're pretty good, but they're definitely not like the best things in the world. They're more than enough that for me. I literally make every single one of my beats on them. I don't even use headphones, even though I have a couple pairs. Anyway, I have a load of hi-hats if you want me to send them to you. Sure, whatever. I don't care. I have crazy number of hi-hats too, but you can send them over. I always have I don't really ever have problems with I know that it low-key sounds good. I don't really have problems with opening up projects. Maybe you have a plugin that like is acting up. Because I had that one time with ADSR sampler. And I've heard a lot of people say that ADSR sampler causes them stress and anxiety and depression. In Cakewalk at least. I'm being sarcastic obviously, but ADSR sampler is known to be buggy in Cakewalk BandLab. And I personally have had that happen to me. That's your problem, Electric Phoenix. What I do is I have my folder in my so what I have is I made a new folder, like a completely arbitrary folder. I completely made the folder on my own. It's not like a built-in one in Cakewalk BandLab. Then I put that folder of and then I added that folder to like the directory of VST stuff. You know what I mean? When you're like searching and you're like scanning for plugins, and then that is the folder I put everything in. So the plugin is the folder is in a really easy spot to work with. Like I know exactly where it is. Using a folder that's built in by Cakewalk isn't a bad thing. It's just usually hard to find, but the folder I choose is very, very easy to find. Like I'm talking literally the only reason I chose the folder I chose is because it's easy to find. There's nothing like crazy special about where I put the location. Okay, that's what I thought. Maybe there's no problem. What do you want an octave down, Raph? Hey, I'm telling you guys, I'm using this program called Streamlabs for OBS instead of like normal OBS, and maybe it's just me, but I'm not having any audio clicks and stuff like that. So at this point, I usually have to start freezing a whole bunch of stuff. No way. No way, Pirate Beats. Dude, you are way, way too kind to me. Way too kind to me. I want everyone to say, can everyone give a shout out to Pirate Beats real quick? Everyone just shout them out in the comments. I know if you want to stick around for a beat critique, I will no doubt get you one. I get everyone a beat critique, but if there's anything you want to check out on your channel or anything like that, I think I am subscribed to, just simply because like I subscribe to all of my YouTubers, all of my subscribers, and anytime they post a video or a beat or something like that, I always try to check it out. I'm liking this perk pattern, but I'm not really liking this perk sound. I appreciate you. I appreciate you, man. Of course, you know I'm going to invest all this money back in the channel. No doubt about that. He is the best. Everyone give him a big hug in the chat. Whatever that means to you. I have a question for you guys. How often do you guys use perks? Like, do you use as many perks as I'm using on this track right now? I think I'm using quite a bit, but not sounding super trash. Like, I'm just wondering, do you use like two perk tracks, or do you use like one perk track? Or every once in a while I have a beat where I have like 4 perk tracks, and every single track is a little bit kind of sparse, but together it all sounds pretty good. No way. No way. Everyone give another big hug in the chat. This is actually the same guy. He donated a couple little while ago. So we can actually add this to his total. Thing is that I'm just a random high schooler. And I'm just flattered that you guys even consider to watch me. I don't need anyone to go crazy on this kind of stuff. You guys are way too nice to me. Everyone spam heart emojis in the chat. Don't spam it too much, otherwise that's gonna get annoying. Speaking of spam heart emojis, I feel really bad for you, ClickSeef. And I'm really sorry this happened to you. But you got like temporarily kicked from the server because of your spamming yeets. I could turn that off, but personally I don't actually want people to be spamming. But just know that if I was there, I would have politely told you to stop. But since it was an auto ban kind of thing. There is absolutely no need. ClickSeef. You guys have already been too kind to me just by showing up. Are you sure that Slushy banned you? Because I definitely did not give him permission to do that. He shouldn't have the ability to do that. I think so. I know that I do have an auto I have an auto ban set up so that if someone spams over a certain number of times, it automatically bans them. So he might have been just like predicting it because you're doing it too much. Yeah, it's actually crazy how much I've changed. How much I've changed in the. Oh wait, I didn't mean to do that. I definitely I've gotten more like reasonable. Like I used to think that you have to like scream at the camera in order to like get people's attention. I have. If you go into your preferences, you can choose themes. There's this other theme that I have on here called Mercury. You can download other ones on websites and stuff like that, but it just kind of looks disgusting to me. Yuck. This default one. Should I try to make a beat using this layout, or is it just too disgusting to look at? Should I change it back from this awful template? Maybe I'll talk with ClickSleeve to see if he actually banned you, if it was actually his fault, or if it was the auto ban's fault. Because I'm pretty sure it's the auto ban's fault, because I know that's set up and I just saw you were spamming. Yeah, I agree. Let's get rid of this thing. This tungsten just looks nice. Like everything just looks like it fits. Like I don't know who came up with this color scheme, but they're geniuses. That's true though. That's true though. Chanook. Stops are awful. I'm not familiar with the old logic. But if that's what logic used to look like, I'm glad they switched. Yeah, there was a guy on my Discord server who was super confused about how to use Cakewalk in BandLab. Like he was so confused. He was like raging a little bit. I genuinely believe that he understood that we were trying to help. Like he was saying thank you for us helping and stuff like that, but he just couldn't figure it out. I was sending him screenshots. I was sending him a whole bunch of things, but he wasn't. When I said raging, he wasn't like seriously raging, but eventually he actually did buy FL Studio Mobile, and I'm like, all power to you, man. If you can't figure it out, it's fine. I mean, whatever. His name was like Young Carl or something like that, or Young something. And he wasn't really raging. He was getting upset because he would like try to post something to the B critique section, but he didn't know how to export. And then for the next like 4 days, he was DMing me over and over to how to export, and I kept trying to explain it to him, but he couldn't figure it out. Yeah, you can see on the thing that it says like I just bought FL Studio Mobile, and then we started talking about FL Studio Mobile for a little bit. Yeah, that's also true, dude. Who said that? Raf. That is so true. This matches Tungsten the Cakewalk preset so perfectly. I never noticed it. That's actually probably a good reason why I like it so much. But to be honest, like FL Studio has a similar color in the background. Ableton is very different, but then Logic is relatively similar to this. I wonder if freeze this MIDI. What's up with this MIDI? I don't know what's going on here. Really very confused. It looks like it's like glitching. One. Oh, it's because some of these notes are too high. Oh, that makes sense. So they weren't being registered. Sounds very confusing. That was weird. Okay, yeah, the delay is called Valhalla Super. Okay, just a second. I gotta read all these comments. He did some awesome stuff in the mobile app though. We're talking about that young kid. I don't think he sent in a beat. Yeah, I'll do a beat critique in. Let's do a beat critique in 20 minutes at the top of the hour. Do you use Instagram? I do not have Instagram. The delay effect is called Valhalla Superverse or Valhalla Supermassive. Yeah, I never found Cakewalk super hard to use, but I will admit that I was going from GarageBand to Cakewalk. So I basically knew all the fundamentals. I just needed to learn how to adapt them to Cakewalk. So I definitely will say that that's an advantage for me. So that's why it's just kind of hard sometimes to try to kind of like help somebody who's just beginning, because I don't really know what you need or something. Like I don't really know what your asked questions are about, because I never had the experience of being super confused. I had the experience of being, I basically, like, for example, the first thing I did in Cakewalk was I immediately installed a sampler. But there are plenty of people who are going to go like 6 months without ever installing a sampler because they don't know what a sampler is. Thank you, Clicksteve. See you later, man. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. Wait, is my okay? That's exactly the thing. Like, it took me a long time to learn what a sampler was when I was using GarageBand, but once I did, it was very easy to adapt to Cakewalk. Okay, I'm gonna show you this plugin. This plugin, it's called Coffee Pun. Coffee the Pun. It's a very confusing plugin to install. So maybe you wouldn't want to download it because you have to have a whole bunch of other things. But basically, there's this like gain knob. It's a high pass gain or whatever. High gain. Wow, we're clicking a lot. Well, I like these claps, so I'll just freeze that. 808 is pretty good too. Okay, I started with Cakewalk and still don't understand what a sampler is. A sampler is basically a plugin like Complete Control. Complete Control is a sampler, and you can load WAV files that you have on your computer or on your hard drive, and you can load them into the sampler so that you can play them activating MIDI. So for example, instead of dragging a whole bunch of audio clips next to each other for this kick track, instead I have a whole bunch of MIDI notes that are playing. That gets especially useful when you're doing stuff like hi-hats, where the MIDI is very complicated, or even when you're doing stuff like one-shot melodies, because you're gonna want velocity, you're gonna want this and that, and doing it in all audio form is gonna be just impossible to think about. Okay. Thank you, Victor. Started making beats by dragging the audio one-shots in Cakewalk. I mean, I actually have some subscribers of mine who I genuinely respect. Like Lyson, for example. Lyson does all of his beats by dragging in audio. Like, we've done a couple like talks together, and he literally doesn't use a sampler. It's ridiculous because he makes good music, but actually he might do that for hi-hats. I'm not sure about the hi-hats part, but he does all of his kicks and all his 808 and snares like that by dragging things. I personally can't handle that. That would just destroy me. For example, like what I do with my perks is I hit solo on this perk track. I load a perk in. Let's say we want something that sounds like this. Done. And then what I do is I drag this little thing around to place where I want the perks to be. Now that more or less is like dragging around audio files. It's basically just the same process, except now if I have like 4 of these around and I want to change the sound, it's very easy to change the sound. Wow, if you're doing audio files, that would be basically impossible. You just want to deal with what you have. It'd be very hard to replace your sound. How'd you do in your football game? I used to play a lot of football. Yep, I used to be using drum plugins too until I figured out how to use a sampler. We're getting a lot of clicks. Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's very true. Like these 808s actually are all in one note, I believe. Oh no. Also, how would you do a slide if you weren't using MIDI? There you go. I got you there. Anyone who drags around audio files just got debunked. You can't do 808 slides. Therefore, you are inferior. Oh, just your first practice? Makes sense. Think you're gonna make the team though? Yeah, I think I'll do a tutorial on bus and sends. Okay, I'm gonna do a beat your cheek right now. I'm gonna leave this beat as it is because I don't want to deal with all these clicking things, and also because I want to make a whole bunch of beats in this live stream. So maybe after the stream I'll show off these beats somewhere, or I'll finish them up obviously. We're gonna call this, I'm gonna call this verbed. Someone just laid a comment about reverb. Okay. Open up Cakewalk. Beat your teak, here we go. Send in your beats. spawnguns@yt@gmail.com. Send in the beats. So basically, here's how reverb works. Basically, think of it as you're in a room. Think of it as if you're playing a drum sample, you're hitting a big drum or something like that, and you're hitting it in a room, especially if the rooms have like solid walls. What's going to end up happening is that the sounds are going to echo off the walls, making it have a very spatial kind of sound. What reverb does is it makes everything sound more airy, like it's as if it's in a room. Patty. Yeah, Google has all the answers, guys. Okay, do we have any emails sending to my email? Bigger Teaks, anyone? Yeah, sound reflections. It's a lot of delays. Okay, we got some submissions. Here we go. First one from ID Beats, sent 0 minutes ago. Let's check out his beat. An 808 is a bass sound. Don't know what's wrong. I sent in a MP3. Maybe I'm gonna have to request that you send some not videos. I bet this has to do with the fact that I'm streaming. I'm gonna have to look into this. I am not sure what's wrong with your video. Maybe send in an audio file if you can. If you can't, I'll try to figure something out. I think I have an idea. I'll explain. Let's listen to ClickSeef beats here. Yeah, you can see it. Okay, let's check out ClickSeef. Says I think I might have sent this in before, but I saw if I have, I'm sorry. Whatever. Advice on that one. I wasn't a huge fan of the quality of the hi-hat. I felt like the quality was just a little bit like flat and like kind of weird sounding. But I will say that your hi-hat pattern is really nice. I'd say like replace the hi-hat with something similar. But other than that, like you don't really have to. It's still a good beat for sure. Mixed well too. Good job on that one. Patrick Murphy. Oh, here comes here comes all his beats again. How often do you post beats? Patty Murphy. How often do you post beats?
Is this the Krusty Krab?
No, this is Patrick.
Hey, yo, Patty, where my beat at?
Nice. Like your 808. I think the mixing is good. Mixing is fine. It definitely sounds like a freestyle type beat, but definitely not really my style, but it's definitely not bad. Let's listen to this one. Nice.
Hey, yo, Patty, where my beat at?
Nice. I like your snare. I like your 808. I feel like your 808's a little loud, but I think that's the point of drill beats. So I'm gonna leave it at that. Kick is nice too. I mean, I'm just not familiar with this genre. I'm not familiar with the genre, but it definitely sounds good. I feel like the beats you were sending a couple weeks ago were just not as good as this one, or these ones you've sent recently. But I mean, these are 100% on. Really good beats. I like them. Definitely, I can see you have good numbers. 94 followers. That's legit, especially for making beats. Okay, now we have Ashish Figder Manayan. Inspired by your tutorial. Here we go.
I'd like to begin with a fact. Live in a small town like
No
McAllen.
way. You chose a similar chord progression as I had recently. That might be the tutorial you're talking about. But then this, I like to start with the fact. From the small town McAllen,
I'd like to begin with a fact.
I used that
Small
vocal
town
design
like
recently,
McAllen,
at
could it be a
least.
brand? Or in Chicago, New York,
It's far from
Los
usual.
Angeles. It is this. Big this.
You have cool effects in the background. I was hoping for like big drop, but it's good. It's good. You have some cool effects in there for sure. Cool like plug-in effects, and also just cool like audio effects. Like you just throw in cool things everywhere around. I like it. We have This Is Bad by ClickSieve. Can you hear me talking? That's probably true. Can you hear me talking now? Oh shoot, I'm really low. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Feel bad for you because I had a good critique on the last beat. Yeah, the melody's okay. I really don't like that 808 in this beat. Yeah, definitely Patty. I really don't like that 808 ClickSieve. I'm sorry. It sounds like it's like doo. Sounds like it's going like doo 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 doo. I feel like it should just be like a really low, kind of subby actually. Something like that. Hey Gucci. Nice, Victor. Hey Gucci. I can't really turn up my voice much louder though. So if you want to hear both, it's gonna have to be quiet for the beat part of it. I'm not a huge fan of this beat right here. I'll go back to your beat, Victor. Can you hear my voice good now? Actually, I know how you can turn up my voice a bit. Can you hear my voice? You can probably hear my voice louder now. Much louder now, probably. Yep. Okay. Now my voice is probably blaring at you. So I can turn up this. Trying to mix everything. So now you can hear my voice pretty loud. So now I can turn up this and this. And I'm probably boosting to the red. But at least you can hear me. Okay, we should be good now. Yeah, I'd say with this this beat click thief that it just sound selection. Wasn't a huge fan of some of your sound selection, especially your 808 and your hi-hats. I think your clap's okay. The melody was good. Just a little bit of mixing, a little bit of sound selection. Okay, let's go back to that beat I just trashed from Victor. Back to inbox, please. From Victor, here we go. So basically, what I was laughing about was the fact that this audio file you use here is very similar to a beat that I made a beat using that vocal sample. My vocal thing was a little bit more like present, and I had a whole. It was pretty loud in the beat. Your beat is your voice is a little quiet in this beat. Like the melody is louder than the voice. I'd like to begin with the fact: when the small town like McAllen, or the Rio Grande, or Chicago, New York, Los Angeles. It's business, big business. And when I had that, when I said big business, the voice went crazy. I mean, the beat went crazy. Oof, I'm sorry, guys. My voice is, I know my voice is loud. Do you guys want me to turn myself down? That's gonna mean I'm gonna have to turn down both everything. Yeah, I'll check out your beat later, ID beats, very soon. I mean, just I don't know if I have some problems with it. So basically with this beat, I'd say that you have a lot of cool effects around the melody and stuff like that. You have cool effects and stuff like that, but I just didn't. I wish there was a drop there, and the drops will come with time. But got it. Turning my voice down and the beat up. If you have any other problems with my mixing of the audio and stuff like that, I can't actually preview it, so I have no idea. I'm just kind of going by what you guys say. So yeah, you had cool effects, cool like audio effects, like plugins like that, but you also had cool effects like just sounds in general. And I've been noticing recently that a lot of the good beats I made usually tend to have like two melody instruments, you know, like one melody and one counter melody, but then like lots of effects around the melody. Like whether that's layers or whether that's just stuff in general, like whether that's like trills in the background or like sound effects, like just really cool stuff like that. It makes the mixing a lot better because then your mix is more balanced. Putting a pad on my that. Okay, anyway, let's go on to the next one. Let me see what I can do. Really not sure if I'm able to listen to your beat, ID beats. Because my voice meter is up. I think that takes over. Oh wait, maybe I can do this. Maybe I can do this. Maybe this will work. Yeah, here we go. So now we're able to watch it. Sorry, that was okay. I figured it out now. Okay, we should be good. Listen to this beat. ID beats. I'm in America. I like that bass you have there. Is that Melody Iota Mini? Really cool ambient beat. I like the chants in the background or whatever, the choir. Super ambient, really. I like this actually. I like that you definitely seem like you have like a plan with the beat. Like you have a definite, like obvious where the melody is. It's obvious where the chords are. It's obvious where this is. Instead of just sound like a whole bunch of like wishy-washy like sounds. You have like a definite kind of idea. I think I want to make a beat just like this one in the next beat. Bo, 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 bo. Could have done that right there. That would be cool. With like a beta 8 or something like that. Oh, really? I really don't use Town Noisemaker very often. I don't even know if I have it on my computer anymore. Have any of you guys tried to make one shots for like drum one shots, like drum sounds? Have any of you tried to make drum one shots? Because I used to make drum one shots using Town Noisemaker. I really like this beat. In my opinion, I like snares over claps, but I felt your mixing was good. The melodies were very, very intentional. It sounds like everything had its place. Everything knew where it was supposed to be. You said repetitive, but still, I didn't really feel like it was too repetitive. I thought it was good. I wish you could have transposed some things up an octave. That would have made it kind of fire, but nice work, dude. Nice work for sure. Okay, now Nosevish Avidician, beat from 11-year-old. Yep. The piano seems a little low quality. Try out Keystone Classic. Oof, those hi-hats are loud. Yeah, you're gonna want to keep working on this, or just keep working on yourself in general. This 808 is very, very, very low. I can barely hear your 808. In fact, that might be just be a weird kick. Some kicks have some like subby sounds in them that make them sound like a mixture of a kick and 808. I'm also not a big fan of that clap sound. Like an ID Beats last beat, it had more of like kind of sound to it, but this one's like a something like that. It's just I'm gonna stop you right there. Your melody is okay. It's actually like not horrible. It's just sound selection. Your melody is okay. It would definitely would have. It could have improved by a higher quality piano sample or piano VST, or it could have also been replaced with like some bells, and that would have been nice because it would have been more. I don't know. Bells seem to be a little bit more forgiving. Yeah, need some gain staging. The mixing was a little bit off too. Yeah, you're right. Keep working on it, dude. Hope that advice helped you. Just think about sound selection. That's the thing. I think that sound selection is the first thing you need to work on. And literally the only way you can learn sound selection is just by making a lot of beats and listening to a lot of beats. Say like, oh, I noticed that some people do this, and then you try it. I noticed that some people use these sounds, so then you try those sounds. Just experiment. Okay, Icy Beats. This is the last one before we go on to the They're good for 11 years old, right? Honestly, like I started when I was 13. So that means literally you could be 2 years more advanced than me by the time you're my age. That's actually crazy. Hey, the real MP3. This is the last beat we're reviewing before I go on to the next beat, unless someone sneaks in a beat really quickly. But anyway. I like that vocal chop you have there. I mean like Spitfire Labs. Hey. I like it. Mixed really well. I like your clap a lot. I don't necessarily love using claps, but this one was definitely used well. I feel like your open hat is a little loud. Like I feel like your open hat is like overpowering your normal hats, which makes it sound like you're doing like weird rolls. I like your clap a lot. Honestly, I never use claps, but that one definitely is working. I feel like you can maybe do some sidechaining from your kick to your melody, and that just like refine it a little bit more. Other than that, this is honestly really good. Great work, IC Beats. You definitely have tons of potential. Keep working on it. You'll definitely be there. No doubt about that. Do we have any more? Here we go. Electric Phoenix. He's been sending in a beat for a while because apparently it took a long time to render. So that's all good. And this was a One Like remix. I'll check out your YouTube one. I don't recommend having an intro before a song. Sorry, I was just turning down my computer audio because my mom isn't playing piano anymore. Let's listen to the beat. MP3. Does it sound crazy compressed on your end too? Trying to see if it sounds really compressed. Anyone can send in a beat, but I'm actually not going to check out your beats until like maybe 40 minutes or so in the next section. I'm really confused. Yeah, there's a lot of bass. It sounds like there's a lot of bass in your sample or your audio and stuff like that. There's a lot of bass, which means when you brought the ceiling of like the compressor down, it was like triggering only the bass, and your entire thing is just crazy compressed. I'm just, to be honest, after you compress everything, it doesn't sound like there's too much bass. It's just like it sounds really distorted, which I think it sounds intentional, but it just sounds a little bit too much for me, in my opinion. Like if you check out a song like an instrumental kind of song by like Marshmello, he has a similar style, I feel like, but it's just like not this compressed or this stuff or something like that, this distorted. Anyway, definitely good mashup potential for you said earlier, but Everything sounds like it's balanced nicely. It's just very compressed, which is just practice. Note, I'm gonna check your beat later after this next beat because I want to get back to the beat, and also because you sent in a beat a little bit earlier, and if I give everyone 7 beats to check out, then we're not gonna get anything done. But yeah, I liked how you use like the bass pat. You have a good like rhythm. I feel like. Boom 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 boom. Like that's really catchy. It's a really good catchy song. It's just overkill in a lot of elements. Let's use a pluck. See if we can make a melody out of this. I'm gonna try to do a lot of chords in this beat, and I'm gonna go to normal natural minor. Let's do a lot of chords. By the way, I found out something cool. If you click H on your keyboard, wait, no. Actually, I don't know. Never mind. I thought I knew how to hide and re-show this little window over here. Forgot how to do it. Yeah, let's make some chords. Yeah, I thought it was just a little overboard, but it was definitely sounded intentional. Like it sounded so overboard that I thought it was unintentional. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the sound for sure because it sounds a little bit cheap. But then I'm going to pitch all these middle notes up an octave just to get some variation. Interesting sounds. Maybe we can choose a sound from inside of... No. Trying to find more like stabby kind of sounds. Good to see you back, ClickSeef. We're making another beat. We just started. I'm gonna copy these notes so we have like a bum 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 or something like that. Like what if we copy these over? How did I make this melody? I don't know. Basically, I just made chords that were all in the same key. Like I made like an Aeolian diatonic minor scale, you know, and I just wrote like 4 chords in that scale. And then I took the middle notes and I put the middle notes up an octave, and then I just like kind of chopped them up in this rhythm. I have an idea. I have an idea to make something cool. First, I'm gonna copy these bottom notes down an octave because I have a feeling that would just sound good. Now we're boosting. And we need like a high pluck. Something a little higher. Bum, bum. You said change up one of the last chords. What I'm gonna do is I want to copy this over because I kind of like that dun 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 dun. I think you're messy. I think you're talking about the dun because it kind of sounds like it wants to lead into something else, which is what I like. But you're also saying that it sounds a little too like dark or something like that. So I am going to change that because you're definitely right. I did it on purpose, but so like what if we go like this? In the second half we go like this. I'll try that out. ID beats. Copy these down. Sounds good. I want to quick say that I'm so spoiled that I have such like good producers in my live streams who actually care about making my songs better. Know what I mean? Like, it's very possible you guys could just be like shouting, "Oh, you're trash, you're trash, you're trash," but like you guys seem to actually care. Yeah, let's find the sound. Is it one of these presets or is it one of the inside little things? I'll look for it. Spherical bells, you said? Spherical pluck. Bum 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 bum. I do not see it in there. I'll look in here. I don't see it in here either. These, oh wait, these ones aren't in alphabetical order. See it in here. see it. Exactly. Wait, you said top right? Is it in here maybe? Top right? Oh, here it is. Yeah, you're right. Top right. Gotcha. Here we go. Nice. ID Beats is 100% correct. And don't you just love it when you can memorize presets you like? Does this need a pad underneath it? Or is that a bad idea? I'm so sorry, guys. So sorry if I killed you all. I'd be better off just using something from one of these plugins. Okay, hey Cindy Lee, is this some EDM stuff? No, it's not. Well, I'll show you when you get to the beat. It's gonna be fire. If you liked it, then use it only. I kind of like having the pluckiness of the other ones. Yeah, I'm grinding out here. 8-bit. Get a hard lead, layer with an ARP. Doesn't. Sorry about that. I don't really have a made melody yet. Oh, you mean like that? Chords with the melody, with the ARP? See if I can go into expand. Find something possibly. Are you talking about Spitfire Labs? And if so, I think I might actually have Spitfire Labs, but I honestly have never used Spitfire Labs because I mean I've used it a couple times because I thought it was kind of trash. It's very, very good for chill kind of songs, but I wouldn't. I don't know. It's high quality stuff. It's just not my style. Try it out and just try it out. Like download it. It doesn't. I mean, yeah, it's kind of a big download file, I believe, but I mean, there's nothing wrong with trying it out. They have high quality stuff, it's just not my style. Yeah, you're totally right. 8-bit sounds just like something he'd do. Let's get a little bit of vibe for it by getting some claps in. I'm not gonna. I might come back to the melody and stuff like that. It doesn't seem like it sounds full or like done yet. Yeah, I don't like Satella. Get complete control. I'm gonna copy the bass notes of this stuff. Sounds kind of trash right now. I'll be the first to admit this sounds pretty trash. But I can hear the final beat already, so I know it's going to be like. I'm going to stick with my gut. You guys don't seem to really like my snare choice, but I always love to use these really hard snares. We're coming back to the melody, don't worry. I know it's not done. What is that? Arcades will hinder your growth? What does that mean? What does that mean? Arcades? What does that even mean? Oh, you mean the arcade plugin? The way I see it is that by saying stuff like that, by saying that it's too good that it makes you not like, by saying that it's too good and it's like exactly what you were saying there, I think that's what it's kind of sounding like is you want to play, let's see, how do I say this? You want to play fair in a game where nobody's playing fair. Like because someone with arcade can make a fire melody. But if they can make a fire melody, so can you. And not leveling up to the new like potential. Like what if arcade becomes a free plugin and literally everyone in the world can use it? Then all of a sudden you deciding you don't want to use arcade is kind of just like you trying to hold yourself back. I understand what you mean, and you have good intentions because you want to be good on your own. You don't want to have to. You don't want to like just rely on one plugin. But it's the same with samples. Whatever you find joy in doing. If you find joy in taking an arcade thing and making it sound awesome, then go for it. There's absolutely there's nothing wrong with that. Same with samples. If you enjoy making loops out of samples, if you enjoy trying to grow the hard way, like that is perfectly fine. Everyone has their different things. It's basically using arcade is basically like using loops. And honestly, I fully support anyone who decides they want to use loops. Now, some people will think that you're a horrible producer for using loops, but no, I don't think so. Because if you're in a studio with a crazy rapper and you pull up an arcade they're gonna immediately see that they're not going to necessarily look at you and say, oh, you're a bad producer because you use arcade. They're gonna say like, oh, you made a really awesome vibe in under 5 seconds. That's awesome. Keep doing what you're doing. Yeah, there are plenty of people who just make loops over and over. Personally, in my opinion, I'm here to make the best music I can and learn how to make the best music I can. And if that means using a plugin, I'm not gonna hesitate getting the plugin. We need a lot more high end in this melody. Hey. I've never done that, but I've seen actually like legit plugins who their entire purpose is to take an audio file that is like a kick drum, and the kick drum is really messy because they cut it out from an actual song, and there's an entire plugin that's just made to remove the high end of that kick drum like stuff and make it sound like the legit kick drum again. I've totally seen people do that. Assault rifle. Okay, I'm freeze some of this stuff and I'm make like a normal melody. Oh, okay, I see what you mean. I understand where you're coming for. If you want to sell beats, then arcade is good. But if you want to be a fully well-rounded musician, then doing everything from scratch is good. Like, I see what you mean. I think that's your argument right there. Is that if that's your argument, like, you can correct me if I'm wrong. But I'm pretty sure that's where you're coming from. But the way I see it is that some people just want to make music. Some people don't care about the musicianship behind things. And that is perfectly fine. I'm not going to say that one way is better than the other. You want me to sing on this? No way. I don't even know. I haven't even really decided melody. That was absolutely horrible. And also there's a kind of a latency. Yeah, I know. Clicksteve made the original comment. The sound needs to be switched up, and the collab video will be coming out in a couple weeks. First, I have to have the whole video about my new studio, my new room. I have a video coming on that probably this next coming week, Elijah. I think there's a video coming on that topic on like Friday or something like that. Audio. Audio. I'm definitely not singing on this beat. I don't know where I would find R&B vocals. Anyone have a good source for like things like that, like vocals and stuff like that? I really don't know anything about dancehall at all. It's kind of strange. I mean, I make trap beats, and I love the style that I'm doing, but like, I'm doing everything just for how I make it up. I literally very rarely listen to trap music, unless I'm listening to instrumentals. This might be a true dancehall beat. You know, I'm not really 100% sure. Oh, good point. Good point on the BandLab thing. Yep. You need, yeah, I'm thinking about ID Beats commenter there. Yeah, you need to know music theory, or at least you need to know what you're doing. You know, like there are some people who literally just make it up as they go. Like there are plenty of great guitar players who never went to a guitar teacher. They just kind of like learned as they went, and they just kind of, they technically know music theory, but they didn't like go through a music theory class. They just kind of like, they just learned what chords go together and what chords are and stuff like that. So yeah, you definitely need to know like the music theory kind of like the way that that all works. Like, you know, I'm not necessarily saying go to a music theory class, but understand lots of music stuff in general. Starting to find that literally just playing with iota keys is iota keys. Are you talking about iota mini? Or are you talking about like the piano version of whatever they have? Yeah, like 8-bit. Yeah, I have tape cassette too. It's pretty fire. I also bought that I spent the $15 or whatever to get the Elite Pianist. I'm not sure if one of you guys were suggesting it, but looks just like this. It's not as amazing as I was expecting it to be. I was expecting it to be more realistic pianos, but all of them were kind of like electric kind of pianos, which is still cool. Melody's pretty trash. Yeah, one of you guys suggested it. I didn't know if it was ID Beats or if it was Pirate Beats. What are you saying? Slide the bass, bro. Not like I can do it. I'm chatting. Don't mind me. Now I'm gonna try to transpose everything down a little bit, just for a new effect. I've only made one beat in this, even like close to this style. I 100% do not get what you're saying. Are you saying I should do 808 slides, or are you saying like a kind of friendly, like, hey, slide the bass or slide the drink or whatever? What are you saying? Like do 808 slides or something? You learn BandLab by keep doing it. Who is the biggest fraud? That's a really hard one to answer. If you're talking about who's the biggest fraud, like they say they're good but they're bad, I'd say me. Sometimes I feel like that. When I'm showing you guys my videos, I'm only showing you my best beats. But who's a big fraud? Like that doesn't make any sense at all. What kind of question is that? Everyone's on the same journey. Everyone's just trying to make the best. Everyone's just trying to have the most fun they can. Doing their music stuff. Like that's not. There's something to be fraud about. Like. I think the only thing that makes me not a fraud is the fact that I am openly ready to learn more. They mean like they're telling you stuff that they know is not true, but they just need to get views or something like that? It kind of bothers me that Chuki Beats, like his entire channel is basically just reviewing plugins. But he's just trying to make his money. Like he's just banking on the fact that he can get tons of sponsorship money. But I mean, I'm not gonna blame him or say he's a bad producer, he's a fraud or anything. It's just that's the way he tried to decide to grow his business. This is a business we're running, guys. Yeah, sometimes I just feel like a fraud, saying the fact that I have like 3.3 thousand subscribers, and my beats don't seem to be worth 3,000 subscribers. Yeah, I don't like this whole conversation, like in general. I just think that there's so many things wrong with the conversation in general. But I'd say that if there's anyone, it'd be Chuki Beats. But whatever, I don't really care. I'll call this beat again, because that's what he commented last. Yeah, if there's anyone who is legit truthful in everything he does and is actually good, like he doesn't try to tell, he's not trying to persuade you in any way. He is just spitting bars of facts and truth. I'd say it's Kyle Beats. Kyle Beats is good at what he does. He doesn't brag about it. And he gives you honest, serious advice. Yeah, it's just a toxic environment. I don't want to talk about that kind of things. It just seems like you're looking for a fight. Hey, dude. The way I see it, that's just the name of the game. I don't think that clickbaity titles take away from the video at all. I do agree that he does have that, but I'm definitely not offended by it, or I'm not put off by it at all. Okay, send your beats into bongonzoyt@gmail.com for beat critique. I'll be reviewing beats in 5 minutes. After the stream, I'm going to fix up these beats. I just want to get to the point where I can start them, because it's not that interesting to watch arrangements stuff like that, in my opinion. I know that we do have some emails already, so I'll check out those right now. Oh, shoot. The device I'm using to read your chat is almost dead. So hopefully this note of Visa Diasin is still on. Yeah, LLB is legit. But I don't think he's underrated. I think he's going to be at 50 subs very shortly. Which you could still argue is underrated, but whatever. Ocean Gang go drown. I'm pretty sure it's Ocean Gang or drowned. I don't think it's Ocean Gang go drowned. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Note VC Decent or whatever you say that name. Let's listen to it. Wow. So we checked out a different melody, different beat by this guy earlier. I think it's or drowned. I'm pretty sure it's or drowned. Ocean Gang or drowned, whatever. And last time he had kind of a harsh piano. That was kind of. Let me type it for you. What I'm pretty sure it is. Oh shoot. Oh no. Oh no. Fine, don't type it for you. Sorry about those random letters. Oh shoot, I can't see the chat anymore. Sorry for those random letters. Anyway, so this last time he sent a beat in, it had a really, really harsh and kind of cheap sounding piano. Okay, so distortion is kind of crazy, but yeah, it's my alt. The melody isn't horrible, but the sound section's a little off. You can hear me, right? Hear me, right? Yeah, the melody's all right. The sound section is the only thing that's off. I like the kick drum. It's a little bit intense with all of the compression, with all the distortion, but it sounds like it's meant to be intense and stuff like that, so it's all good. Yeah, it's my alt. I feel like you could put some things up an octave. You could also take away the melody a little bit, and I feel like you also should do some halftime. Just more variation. It sounds like you just took a loop and then you just looped it over and over. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's not bad, but it's just a little bit sound selection stuff. Stop right there. Keep working on it. That one's better than the last one you sent, so you're just gonna keep improving. Let's the next one. Moisey Moses. Hopefully this guy is still on because he sent it 28 minutes ago. Okay, let's check it on YouTube. Really quiet. The last one. I like the sample you used. Sounds like a sample. Bass is a little strange. Just sounds like it needs to be a little bit produced a little bit more. Like just missing a lot of frequencies. Could also be louder. Like it could use some bass in general. I don't know. Is it just the fact that it's quiet that it sounds very poorly mixed? Feels like it's missing like all of the mid-range. I like the kick drum. I don't really know. Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of missing mid-range. Like we're talking like frequencies around 1K or 800 hertz or like 400 to 800 to 2K hertz, all that kind of range. I wish there was like a visualizer I can see on everything. By the way, I just read this comment down here that says, "Thanks for the upload. Keep up the good work. You deserve more subscribers. Have you heard of followsmm.com? I think it should really help grow your channel." All these like promotional kind of things, I'm pretty sure these are all like bot comments, just trying to get you to sign up for their service. I hate it when people say, "I think you deserve way more subscribers." I don't know. I feel like no one really deserves anything. Nothing is guaranteed. I'll go on the stream, right? Yeah. Anyway, whatever. That beat was okay, just little mixing problems. And if it was trying to be lo-fi, it still is missing that kind of the mid-range. It's like you had like the melody on the high range and you had the bass in the low range and nothing in the middle. And I see that was kind of like the point of your like high pass filter or whatever, but it just sounded a little tinny. Dragon on the track. Oh wait. Oh yeah, so Dragon on the track and I are doing a collab. He was just responding to Nemo. You want to hear that collab beat? Let me show you that beat right here real quick. Here's my final beat. It's on my desktop. Why am I doing this? The final beat we made. Pretty chill. Yeah, whatever. It's pretty good, but not hard, not amazing. Let's listen to ID beats. I feel like that beat could have used a little bit high end, I think, almost. And let me go back to the actual video because I like supporting the channel. Am I glitching on the chat? I don't see anyone commenting. Oh, we do have comments. Goodness, I haven't seen any of these comments. Yeah, so it's pretty good. Okay, I got the chat now. I feel like the kick drum could be a little bit more intense. I don't know. This one definitely has a good vibe to it. Definitely enough room for a rapper, you said here, for sure. Yeah, to be honest, actually the content ID only like the YouTube pirate stuff or YouTube copyright stuff, it only triggers me when I'm playing a beat from like, you know, like if someone uses a sample from a very popular like song or something like that. It doesn't trigger me off like random videos that have like 40 views. But that is actually funny sometimes, because sometimes people will send me in beats to review, and the problem is not that they and then I listen to their song. The problem is not that I listen to their song. The problem is that they're using a sample from a professional song. Like they'll like just take a Drake song, they'll take out the intro, and they'll make their beat around the intro of that song, and that's what gets me really like just like confused, because it's like, I'm playing your song and I have I'm allowed to play your song, but for some reason you thought it was a good idea to steal someone else's song and then try to make your thing on top of it. It's just weird. Yeah, I'd say you're totally allowed to use loops, but I recommend, unless you're gonna do something creative with it, don't just like randomly take someone's intro and try to make a beat around it. He says news, free drum kit coming up. Thank for 100 subs. Thank you guys. ID beats. Let me know when that drum kit's coming up. I'd like to see it. Is my chat glitching? Still can't see the chat very well. My phone here. Anyway, let's go on to the next beat. Raf Steinbucks. Super new to music production. Here's just a sort of idea of I could play off of. Wave files, you gotta be kidding me. Yeah, I know you didn't, but I'm just talking about like YouTube copyright in general. I'm allowed to play your song in the video, the live stream, and it's just fine. But if I'm sampling, if someone samples like a record or something like that, then I start getting copyright stuff. Yeah, it's perfectly fine to sample stuff. It's just that they literally will just like play the song and it will sound exactly identical. Your bass is kind of strange. It's like elongated and just like bassy. Whoa. Yeah, this sounds something like I would do in like my first week. It just needs more improvement just in general. But this doesn't sound like a good producer who just made a bad song. It sounds like a producer just starting out, if you know what I mean. It sounds like the only excuse you have the why this doesn't sound like as high quality as some other stuff is the fact that you're just beginning. and everyone starts somewhere, and everyone's gonna grow. It might just be off because of the 808. It's just kind of off. And the 808 is also really loud. But you're also kind of like playing the 808 with the melody. So maybe it should be that loud. This is like boom. Anyway, just keep practicing. There's not really much I can say besides the fact that you just need to just keep working on it. Thought by MP3. Add a new section. Anything I can add? I have been lacking on production recently. But here's what I've done so far. Let's listen to it. Can't really hear much because my is playing piano again. Love the stereo drums you have. I'm not really sure what you added because I don't remember what it sounded like before. That's funny, Cindy Lee. Yeah, actually, so one thing that's kind of interesting is that I like my basses loud. So what I did was I went on my speakers and I actually turned up the bass sound a little bit so that when it sounds normal to me, it actually sounds good in the context of mix. So that means that if it sounds loud when I'm listening to your guys' beats, it's most likely loud because it's just loud. It's not because my speakers are bass boosted. You know what I mean? Like I've listened to a whole bunch of professional songs and I've checked what their loudness of their bass is on my speakers, in my setting, in my room, in my settings on my thing. Good, yeah, just keep working on it, Prod by MP3. There's not really much there is to say or add, just it kind of sounds like you have a drop, you have a verse, you have an intro. Maybe try to making a high drop, like where you take some things up an octave, and then just start arranging. And then as you're arranging, add some variation in there. Okay, dokie. Let's go back to some beat making. Yeah, that's why. So what I'd say you should add is that you should add one drop that's higher than all the others, and then you should also add just some variation in general, talking about I'm talking about variation in the sense that like whether you have a delayed drop like you tend to do, or you intend to enjoy, just do some like delayed drops, or just do this and then do that and then do this. Just like add some ear candy as you're going along with the basic production. I think you're ready to start expanding it into like a 2.5 minute song instead of just being a loop. Okay. So on my end, it's 11:30, which means I think that we're going to make one entire song here. It's going to be an entire song or entire beat. I'm not going to have vocals on this thing. It's going to be fully arranged and it's going to be like an official beat. So I can give you some sort of satisfaction at the end. The only reason I didn't do that before is because I usually only make 2 full beats in this video, in these live streams, but today I made 2 small beats and 1 long beat. Hey, Phoenix. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with just the chords real quick. Every good trap song is built around the chords. Get that around your head. I'm gonna keep this track here as just the flute. I would say the best free sampler is Complete Control. It's a part of the Complete Start bundle, but also Grace Sampler is another sampler. Grace Sampler is a lot easier to install, but I do not think it is as versatile as Complete Control is. I'm back. Okay, crack my back. Okay, we're all good. I'm gonna do a video soon about the best sampler, talking about why Complete Control. Like, it's not like a sponsored video by Complete Control, obviously, but I just want to kind of get people's ideas around the idea that Complete Control is the best one, because now that I know how you can do slides and glides and stuff like that, it's just like kind of crazy how powerful it is. Like, Complete Control, Native Instruments spoiled us with such an amazing plugin. That's the way I see it. And I also kind of want to talk about it because there are a lot of producers on my YouTube channel who still, for some reason, don't know what a sampler is for some reason. So if you're just getting into making music, I want you guys to see that. Turn it to legato, turn up the slide. I'm gonna do some slides with this flute. See if we can do something cool. We need something. We need a different flute, but that's a cool little melody. Flutes. No flutes in this one. Different one-shot kit. Okay, I'm gonna get a guitar on here. And also, so I was watching this guy's video. Chill. Stop the flute. Quit it. Cut it out. Anyway, so I was watching this guy's video, and he was using he was using what is that plugin? The guitar one. Ample Guitar Lite. So apparently, you guys didn't tell me this, but apparently, and honestly, I'm kind of angry that you guys didn't tell me this. There are multiple different types of presets, lots of different guitars in this guitar plugin. I thought there was only the default one, and I was so like frustrated, like how there weren't very many like options. Let's like do this one. Live play clean. I feel like that one sounds nice. I'm just gonna draw that one because I can't really figure out what I want to do. I intentionally didn't use complete control. I mean, I intentionally didn't use that guitar plugin because I didn't know you could do that. I'm like, this default preset isn't that great. Good to hear it, Darius. Do you have any questions about it? Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna highlight all these, go to process, run cal, and then I'm gonna add the legato preset on here. Do like an 80% legato. Thought that was gonna connect the notes. Whatever. Let's go to humanize. Humanize. I've never actually used that legato one, so I was just kind of guessing. Now they're just a little bit off the grid, which is kind of cool. Next one. Let's turn the velocity down a little bit. Yeah, okay. So Darius Husidic. How I'm gonna say that is I want you to check out this video called How to Pitch 808s and Hi-Hats in Cakewalk and BandLab. It's a really thorough video on how to do that. Very topic. You basically just need a sampler. And in that video I go through a lot of detail how to get a sampler. It's actually quite a process. But once you do it, you're not gonna want to go back. It's like you can use a sampler for basically everything. So just check out that video because it's very, very thorough and it explains everything very, very well. Basically, you want a sampler, and the sampler I recommend that video is called Complete Control, which is the one I use for literally everything I do. As you can see, I have this track right here called 808, and I click on that plugin, and it opens up the plugin called Complete Control. And in this plugin, I have the 808 sample loaded. It's called Cymatics Cobra 808 #1. So basically, you're gonna want to download that sampler after watching that video about how to pitch 808s and hi-hats in Cakewalk BandLab. And in that video, I also believe I have some samples or drum kits that I recommend that you should download. So after you have the Complete Control installed into Cakewalk, then you're gonna want to go look for some sample packs. And there are quite a few good ones I recommend on the channel. But yeah, that's how you do it. No, do you ever do that, Pyro Beats? I used to have to do that because that was the only way to do it before I knew how to glide and slide and stuff like that. Hey dude, hey from India. That's pretty cool. Just adding like a top melody on top. Listen to how I record this in. Did it replace what I had before? Shoot. I'm pretty sure it's a setting up here. Recording. I'm pretty sure that's a setting. Like you can make it so that it doesn't like replace. Huh. Maybe I'll duplicate. I'm actually not going to quantize this. I'm going to just slightly bring the ones that I want to be closer on the beat to bring them to the beat. Because I like the ba-na kind of sound I made. Yeah, the Cobra 808 is literally like literally my default 808. Like I have it in my preset, just waiting for it to be used. I oftentimes replace it with like the Spins 808, but it's definitely the one I start with. Okay, here's how you do it. A shish kapor. You can probably just remember this, but if you're in front of Cakewalk, it might be easier. Go into your preferences. Go into keyboard shortcuts in the very, very bottom. And if you can't see keyboard shortcuts, you might want to turn this little advanced thing on. Or you can just look up a tutorial, like type into Google how to make keyboard shortcuts in Cakewalk BandLab. Anyway, so here I'm going to show you. The keyboard shortcuts opens up. And I want to show this to anyone who's not aware. Do you think that a lot of people don't know how to do keyboard shortcuts, like know how to make them? Anyway, then what I want you to do is I want you to click locate key, hit Shift Q on your keyboard, and it's going to show you Shift Q. I'm pretty sure it's not reserved for anything. And then if you go into this search bar on the right side and type in process, and then just look through all these still process things until you see process transpose. Then what you gotta do is go on the left side, click on Shift Q, go on the right side, click process transpose, and then hit bind here. And that's gonna bind those two together. So then what you can do is anytime you're selecting MIDI or audio or something like that, you can select what you want to transpose, hit Shift Q on your keyboard, and then type in a number like a -1, which is down by 1/2 step, or you can do -12, which is down by an octave, or +12, which is up an octave, and then hit OK. And that just transposes it down. Like you can verify it again by doing it again. It's all good. Well, now you do know about it. Turn the volume of this thing down. Now what I want to do is I want to go into complete control. I want to get like a long tone out, and I want to do some like weird like whoa, 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 with like pitch bend stuff. Obviously, it's not going to sound whoa, 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 whoa. But I'm going to like just, I'm going to turn on the glide. I could do that all day. When you say configuration of my keyboard, do you mean of my computer? Are you saying like where it is, or like how? What are the specs of it, or what are you asking exactly? See how I can do something with this. That's kind of interesting. It's a little bit loud, but I'll turn that down and record that in. Pretty cool. It's a little strange, but it's cool. It's not annoying at all, dude. Tips for arranging. I'd say, what I'd say is make an 8-bar loop that is exactly 8 bars. Like, you can do a beat with 4 bars, but 8 bars is just better for making a good beat. Make an 8-bar loop. And then what I want you to do is I want you to copy that loop 4 times over, and then have one section that sounds like a drop, one section that sounds like a high drop, one section that sounds like a verse, one section that sounds like an intro, and then start arranging those 4 sections around. I don't want you to, I mean, there are other ways to do it, and other people make good beats doing different ways. Hey, hold my beer. Good to see you around. And other people do it different ways, but that's how I'd recommend doing it. And then I also recommend that feel free to mess around with like a halftime plugin somewhere on one of those sections, just to give a little bit more variation. And don't be afraid to be creative with like delay drops. Like, let's say like at the end of the verse, you cut out all the drums and all the melodies so that the drop is more intense or something like that. You can always do stuff like that. The main key is having an obvious drop, an obvious high drop, an obvious verse, and an obvious intro, and then arranging those sections around. And I would also say that when I say high drop, what I mean is that you have the normal drop, it's the drums sound the same, but the melody is maybe like some of the elements are up an octave. Just have more variation. When you say Tensei samples, you're talking about the fact that I have so many MIDI notes doing my melody. Okay, one last thing. I'm gonna add in this kind of like a texture kind of sound. A lot of these sounds are just ambient, like texture kind of things, but I think that's how you should be doing it. Kind of cool. Okay, and let's join those together. Cancel up an octave. Hey, Sherp Ghoul. But here, oh, Darius, here's another trick I'd recommend. When you're doing your arranging, when you have your 8 bars or whatever, and you want to start arranging those 8 bars, make sure that they end all the same like length, so they're all like the end at the 9th bar or whatever, and then hit Control D, and that duplicates them over. Sharup Ghoul told me that trick, and I use it in basically every single beat. That I was about to start singing the song that my mom is playing on the piano downstairs. Every breath that I am able. Try to speed the speed up. Blup, blup, blup. Let's get a different clap. Electric Phoenix, why don't you check out my video called How to Pitch 808s and Hi-Hats and Cakewalk at BandLab. That video teaches you everything you need to know. The link in the description has everything there. It literally goes through step by step how to install it. Like, I'm not saying that you don't know how to install plugins, because it sounds like you clearly know what you're doing, but I do recommend following that video, because it just step by step, making sure you have everything down, because it's actually a very, very complicated process. You have to download the Complete Start bundle, which is only activated through the native instruments, like native access thing. Would you ask which one? Oh yeah, Complete Control. Yeah. Yep. You have to get Complete Start, and then that's only activated through native access. So just check out that video. Okay, I'm going to freeze some stuff, not because I think I need to freeze some stuff yet, but because I don't want to have to deal with audio things when I'm in the flow. It worked for me fine. I mean, it didn't work for me at first. Like, I literally went like a couple months because I just couldn't figure it out. But then I came back to it because I really wanted the sampler, and then I figured it out. It's not that it didn't work because it didn't work because I didn't know what I was doing. There's nothing wrong with the program or the installation stuff. It's just that I didn't know what I was doing. I just like to show that video to people because a lot of people don't know how to do it. Because it's a lot more complicated than other plugins are. Really hard to... I used ADSR. The only reason I finally had to get complete control is because ADSR was crashing. Like I couldn't open up any projects anymore. I had to throw away some... Basically, ADSR crashed so hard that I had to delete the project files because I couldn't open up the project anymore. Yeah, I'll do a B critique at the very end. I'll do a B critique at the very end. I'll do a B critique at the very end, but I'm going to finish the entire beat. I'm going to arrange and everything. My mom is playing piano downstairs so loud. Check out the video called How to Pitch 808s and Hi-Hats in Cakewalk with BandLab. Yeah, I'm going to be doing a video comparing Grace Sampler and Complete Control. If you couldn't open the project and you were using ADSR, it's very possible ADSR was the problem. I'm turning up the sound so loud on my end because I can barely hear my project over my mom playing piano downstairs. It's actually ridiculous. And I've had people tell me often that ADSR is causing them problems at Cakewalk. Like, it's not like I'm the only one who's had this. Do you know 80K Studios? His YouTube channel is 80K Studios. We were DMing each other, and I was talking to him about. He was asking me what sampler I use, and I told him Complete Control. And then he's like, I just have been having a lot of bugs recently. And then I asked him, let me guess, you're using ADSR? And he's like, yep. And I'm like, yeah, I'm telling you, you got to stop using ADSR. And he's like, no, I think it'll be fine. And then about like a week later, he then DM'd me back and said, I just had Cakewalk crash and I can't open the file again. I'm deleting ADSR. And I'm like, I'm telling you, bro. Shoot. I'm just looking out for you guys. You shouldn't be using ADSR. What do you guys think of that clap? Is it okay? Is it trash? I just don't really use the claps very often. And on this beat, I'm going to draw my hi-hats in. Second, I'm gonna draw my hi-hats in from this beat because you can get different bounce. Ah, I almost made it. I almost made it all the way without moving my cursor up. It's actually hard to stay on a straight line. Got it. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. I did it too fast. So what I do for that is, if my MIDI is twice as fast as it should be, I'll make sure the MIDI is exactly the right length. Okay, and then I'll cut it exactly in half. Exactly 5 bars. Then I'll duplicate it in length, so it's twice as slow. Yep, I do have a video coming up soon about how some features in TX-WX sampler. It is a good sampler. It's just a little bit more complex, and I don't really like the user interface in regard of how to find your samples. It has a lot of good like tweaking of sounds, but it doesn't. It also has some good things like you can chop samples like that. It's pretty cool. One thing I will say though, if you go into complete control, they have this feature up here that I didn't notice before. You can change stuff like the pitch, the tune. You can also reverse your samples. You can go into here and you can turn up the distortion. You can turn up the compression. You can change the sample rate. You can have like a bit crusher on it. You can put a high pass, a low pass, a band pass, an EQ in general on it. It's actually really complicated, like how many things they have here. They also have attack, hold, decay. They have pitch, cutoff, drive, pan. They have an LFO kind of thing, so you can do like wah 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 wah. They have a velocity mod wheel. So it's actually like a lot of stuff in here. One thing I'd say about now, that's like one thing that you can't do with complete control. You can't chop a sample into like 3 pieces, or you'd want to chop it into more than 3. But for example, you can't chop it into a couple pieces and then put onto a key on a keyboard like you can in TX-16WX sampler. That is one thing you can do on. That's one thing you can do on TX-16WX sampler. You can't do on complete control. Thanks, Patty. Trying to get like complete control. You might need administration permissions to download the plugin. Assuming you downloaded it the same way I'm showing in the video. Is this clap okay in this beat? I don't think I don't really like this clap. What I'm gonna do this clap is I'm gonna make it shorter by adding chorus to a clap. I've heard someone do that before, but I actually never tried it. Let's hear it. I was gonna layer it with a snare. Makes it better for sure. I'll layer it with a snare. I'd say that's better. Okay, so I'm gonna show you a cool feature. I'm not necessarily, I don't think I necessarily have to do this. But I think it's a cool feature anyway, so I'm gonna show it to you. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to click on the clap one and change it from, instead of going to the drums bus I have, I'm gonna make it new aux track. And then instead of going from in this clap 2, I'm also gonna send it to the same aux track as before. So now both these claps are running through this one. Sound like that. And then hit arm for record, and I'm hit record here. By the way, you don't have to have this on solo to record that in. Then just like that, you have that recorded in. So now I'm gonna mute the other ones. Oh, never mind. I'm not gonna do this right now. It's because I'm live streaming. My audio is being run through this little thing. It changes up my voice it changes up the sound a whole bunch. Otherwise, that's what I would do, and then I'd add like a it's kind of like adding a bus, except instead of having a bus affecting your sound, it's having like a new audio file being there. Anyway, let me read this chat. Thanks, Pirate Beats. Pirate Beats the one who made the donation earlier? I believe he is. Pirate Beats is a pro, isn't he? Pirate Beats is a pro. How old are you, Pirate Beats? Goodness gracious. I'm going to freeze every single track on here. Okay, it was just the fact that I had that coarse effect on the thing. At this point, I just assume that any plugin I add is going to automatically make me have to freeze a track. See you there, dude. Goodness gracious. I know what I'll do. I'll send them to a bus and I'll add a clipper on them. Now they're sounding flat. Clipped it too much. Oh, vocal strip. That's not what I meant. What's up with that one? Sonic Boom is a song he was working on. Yeah, I'm gonna change the sample anyway, I think, actually. It's just that I really don't like using claps, to be honest. Like, I never really get good results using claps. I love using this one particular hard-hitting snare. It's just that people judge me for using it. Like I understand that the clap should be hard hitting, but I don't understand how to get it. I'm making a VST mate. I mean, no one judges me for using a snare, but they judge me for using like a drill snare. And I'm just like, this is the only one that sounds good to me. See you later, Juan. Like now that I think about it, I think I made like last week I probably made about 15 beats throughout the entire week. And I think I only used a clap one time. Because I just don't like claps. I respect claps when I hear them in other beats, but I'm not a huge fan of how intense they are. Yeah, I tried the clap that you had in the other, I tried that clap out, but it sounded just like all the other claps I have, and none of them, like, listen to this thing. How it's like so, but almost all claps are the same. They all sound like this. Well, that was actually affected a little bit, but all claps just sound like just like, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna start beat critique soon. I'm not gonna actually finish this beat during the live stream. I'm gonna finish it afterwards. If you guys care, let me ask you right now. I'm gonna finish all 3 of these beats by the end of tonight. Okay, I'm gonna finish them all up. Do you think? What are the sound effects? Further sound effects? I'm not sure what you're talking about with sound effects. Anyway, so if anyone wants to send in beats, I'm gonna finish these beats. I'm gonna finish these beats after the stream is over and stuff like that. And do you want me to send me the beats into the Discord server or anything like that, or do you guys not care? Are there any emails of people's beat critique stuff? Got 3 beats sent in. Josh Reuter. It's not finished. I need to arrange more and mix it, but I appreciate your feedback. Here we go. Wow. That's a creative melody. I feel like your 808 is a little too loud. You're like really loud. I like the vibe. I feel like there could be a little more high end in that snare. Oh. It's a nice vibe. It's creative. I don't know. And yeah, he said he said he needs to range it more and mix it more. I'd really say that's the only thing you have to do. I like your sound selection. Just a little bit of mixing. Good to see you here, Mazda. Yeah, exactly. Great work, Josh Reuter. Yeah, it just needs to be mixed. The chord progression is pretty creative. I really don't make stuff like that very often, but it sounds good. Let's go on the next beat. Ashish Kapoor. He sent in a beat. He said, holy moly, I'm nervous. Well, here we go. Wait, Pirate Beats, you're Josh Reuter? You're Josh Reuter? I never knew that. Doesn't Josh Reuter have its own account? It looks like the same kind of like brown thing. Oh wait, that is. Oh yeah, it is you. I thought Josh Reuter had like a brown avatar. Josh Reuter in the email is Pirate Beats. Okay. Okay, never mind. I'm so confused, I guess. Okay, holy moly, I'm nervous. Here we go. I think that new melody's out of key. What I'm saying. Oh, come on. I knew Frontman. I knew Josh Reuter the same person, but I didn't know you were them too. That's awesome, dude. You're an OG, man. Okay. This first chord is okay. But that second note for sure is out of key. That melody needs some work. Yeah, just keep working on it. Honestly, like this sounds much better than my first beat. I'm gonna find you the next. I wonder if I can find my first beat. Can you see my screen? Yeah, you can. I'll find you my first beat and I'll download it and I'll play at the beginning of next stream. By the way, next stream is next week, Monday. I can't stream for the rest of the week because I'm out of town. And then after that, I might be going back to a Saturday schedule. Yeah. It's just that I'm not gonna be. I'm actually leaving tomorrow morning, and then I'm coming back on Sunday. So I'm gonna be on all day, all week. Here's the full beat. Listen to your cheek. Let me know what you think. Here we go. Sonic boom. Oh, that's a cool stereo bass. Okay, that's cool. I like it. I like it. I like his beat for sure. I like this beat a lot. I like your stereo drums and stuff like that. So a couple of streams ago I made a stream. I was doing the stream, and during the stream basically I made like 3 or 4 melodies during that stream, and then I sent all those melodies to Discord server. So we used my melody. I think it's like the 3rd or 4th melody of my list. And so all of the melody you hear in that beat was my melody. And then he did a couple flips of that. That was really interesting. Especially like I love it when you like cut out the melody, do like a weird panning of the drum fills or whatever, and then you hit back on the drop. I also loved it when you had delayed drop. Good arrangement for sure, and the mixing was actually very good. I liked it. It was a very different vibe, like very creative. Like I was concerned about how someone would use my sample, but as soon as I heard you, like you showed me like the very first take that you first flipped it, and as soon as you started flipping it, I'm like, oh yeah, this is gonna be a good beat. Like you sent it on Discord server like the day of, and yeah, it's a good beat. It's a good beat for sure. Okay, we got Isaac M. This might be the last one on the whole stream. I'm still not really sure about my mixing. Let's hear it. Some sample. It's cool so far. I like the chill vibe of it. Okay. Here's one thing. So you added a pretty low piano on the same time that you added your 808 in. And I'd recommend not doing that simply because the low end of the piano is cutting in with the low end of the 808, and they're mixing together and they sound kind of muddy. And you have a low guitar sound that's also being muddy with the low end. Your melody is nice. It just has a lot of low end in it. I'm gonna stop right here because actually, I'll skip ahead real quick. The hi-hat is also loud. I'd say just work on your low end of stuff and mixing. Everything is mostly all right, but the low end of the 808 and the low end of your sample is kind of crazy. It's kind of just getting very like hard to listen to. It's just like very muddy. That's all I'd really say to that. Keep working on it. You definitely know what you're doing. Just practice. Yeah, I'm gonna say delete and we're done. Very tiring work to do a stream, guys. It's actually kind of ridiculous. Last week was kind of insane. I did 3 streams last week. Yeah, the 808 is also just a little loud in general. Oof. Why do I get tired after streams? Okay. Hey Darius. Good to see you back. We're just about finishing the stream, so look like to go into the YouTube studio of a live stream. I've never been in here. Oh, this is interesting. Oh, look at that. That's pretty cool. Not playing back. Interesting. Very interesting. Very interesting. No idea what it's even doing. Okay, see you guys later. Thank you guys so much for watching. Videos tomorrow. I don't remember what tomorrow's video is about, but it's gonna be good. Check it out. I have a video on a little TJ type melody. Someone was requesting that earlier, so I have a video on that coming on Friday. It's not playing back in Cakewalk, I mean. Oh, your audio wasn't coming out. Okay, I gotta end the stream right here, but I will give you some advice. Check your drivers. Make sure your driver is on Wasapi Shared. You can check that here. Go into Cakewalk, hit P on your keyboard. Okay, when you hit P on your keyboard, go to audio devices. Make sure your audio device is selected on the right thing. So it's going to the speakers. You might, if you're doing like the default speakers, you're gonna go to speakers, real tech, high definition. Also go to driver settings. Also go to playback and recording and make sure that your driver is on Wasapi Shared. After you do those things, you should be all right to go. Otherwise, you also might want to click on you also might want to go on your master track and make sure the in and out is pointing on the right speaker. So like sometimes it's clicked on none and then you don't hear any audio. But if you click on the right speakers, then it all works. Like I got in the stream, so I can't actually know if that is going to help you. Hit the like button, everyone. Smash that like button. I'm gonna have to see you later. If you really have any problems, Darius, you can always email me at bongonzo